All right, ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and Aram enthusiasts, welcome back. It's currently a Monday. I'm depressed as shit, and I want to put something in my head. And to avoid that, I decided let's make another reaction video. So, League, aka Riot Games, just dropped another hot load on us for today. Aram 2023 preview. So, this also involves the newest Warwick skin. So, I have no clue what this is about. I know absolutely nothing about this. I've actually been blindsided of this. I didn't think they were going to touch Aram at all. Aside from the little balance changes that they do every so often, I actually thought they forgot Aram existed. To be honest with you, I thought they were actually going to start removing it soon because that's what they do to all the fun things in League. They remove them and never bring them back, like Odyssey and like Ascension. But regardless, they actually are doing something, and from what it looks like, when they say Aram 2023 preview, it makes me think something in scope of like a preseason sort of update for Aram. Now, we all know that Summoner's Rift 5v5 is the Premier League Legends experience. However, Aram is a thriving community. It used to be similar to Earth and all those other things, a game mode that just came and went. However, people liked it so much, and it was actually, I believe, a game mode that people invented, that the fans invented, all random, all middle, right? And then League just made it into a map, or its own game mode, and then they cycled it out, but people played it so much, I believe they kept it in, but I don't remember. That and Twisted Treeline, I don't even remember that anymore. But regardless, Aram is, it's not League's primary thing of play, but it's actually extremely fun, it's extremely casual, and I actually do feel like it has its place in the League of Legends game. Fuck TFT, that shit should get its own thing. But regardless, they're actually changing. I'm very surprised. Let's see what they're doing. So, with preseason changes only 2 days away, we thought this would be a good opportunity to introduce even more hype for our plans of League of Legends, because let's be honest, the hype for League is not as high as it used to be. When the PBE server updates later today, you'll notice Howling Abyss looks a little different. That's right, you Aram players, we have quite a few updates lined up for you this preseason. From new stat adjustments, to falling towers, okay, that sounds normal, to hex gates, we're introducing several permanent mechanics that should bring new excitement to one of the most popular bridges in Runeterra. You can expect to see these changes go live over patch 12.22 and 12.23. So, updated balancing tactics. Let's see how they're actually balancing Aram. So, this is where I get kind of scared in a sense. I get kind of scared because when they balance something, Riot somewhat takes the fun out of it, right? Some things don't need to be balanced. Obviously, sometimes they're unfun, but that's just the dice roll you have to get. It's like skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty, now that's ruining it. Meanwhile, before, you could get into lobbies where you would absolutely dominate, or lobbies where you would get ham-fisted. It's the same thing for League. Look at Original Earth. Original Earth was so fun because you could put 100 Maokai saplings in a bush. Now, you can have a limit of up to 6, and that's no fucking fun. And plus, Maokai can't even, build really AP anymore. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm a little worried that if they balance Aram in a certain way, that it'll become less fun because it's supposed to be nonsensical. It's supposed to be unbalanced. It's all random, all middle. Obviously, you can't have super hard outliers. You can. It's fine to nerf some things and to buff some things that need it. But it should be a game that's generally not as touched as League of Legends, 5v5 Summoner's Rift. So let's see what they're doing. So, the modes team isn't just responsible for the rotating game modes that come out periodically. We're also responsible for modes like Aram. Oh, so they're the ones who made Earthon fun. It's been quite a while since we last took a good look at Aram and how we support it. So we did just that. In addition to all the cool new map features we're adding, we're also introducing a couple new balance adjustments and levers that we can use to improve the experience playing as and against some of the difficult to balance Aram champions. So, off the top of my head, who would that be? Probably Yuumi, probably Fiddlesticks, probably just a bunch of AoE people that, just fuck shit up. Maybe even Garen. So, let's see what they're doing. Roster-wide changes. So along with the map changes on 12.23, we're updating the following mechanics. Omnivamp and Lifesteal against minions will be reduced by half. I actually think this change is much needed. Lifesteal on Aram is so massively influential compared to Summoner Drift because you can't go back. You die. To go back, you need to die. And if you live in, you need Lifesteal. Or you need to be Garen. So I actually agree with this. I think Lifesteal should not be as impactful. It is super fucking important in ARAM. So, changing the long range damage modifier. Currently, damage dealt by champions over 1,000 units away is reduced by 15%. Okay, I never knew that. That's interesting. We are further reducing the damage based on additional distance. The reduction will now scale up between 15 to 30% based on being 1,000 to 2,000 units away. This will more heavily nerf some of those super long range abilities that are too repeatable. So, off the rip, I'm thinking Jhin, I'm thinking Xerath. Who the fuck else? Who else is like long range? I don't know. But Jhin, Xerath are like the first ones that come to mind. As a reminder, this damage reduction does not affect ultimate abilities. Okay, so never mind. Not really Jhin anymore. Mostly Xerath. So, bonus MR for melees will be increased from 10 to 15. That's good. In general, these effects are targeted at reducing some of the more frustrating parts of ARAM, like Xerath. ADCs will no longer have an easy path to heal back to full from a wave clear. I mean, it was already hard anyway because your team took the wave anyway. If you had another AD on the team, you're already competing with them, and then if there was a mage, they would just clear the wave anyway. You would have to beg your team as an ADC to be able to clear it and lifesteal off of it. So, I don't like how they're singling us out again. They're actually nerfing ADCs in ARAM. I can't believe this. ADCs fucking suck. But let's keep going. So, okay. The super long poke of your resident AP Kaisa will be blunted a bit. I forgot about that. I thought they nerfed that into the ground. Anyway, champion-specific balance updates. A while back, the modes team introduced specific stat modifier balance levers, like overall reduced damage. So that's what they do in Earth. They did it in ARAM too. We all know about this. If you play ARAM, you know about this. That we can use to balance a massive roster of champions more efficiently. These have been useful tools, but not all of our ARAM problem children are adequately balanced by these levers. For example, several assassins require huge damage buffs to remain viable. Of course they do. And multiple enchanter characters need their healing spells efficacy reduced. Sona. So rather than scrapping the system that was working for most of the cast, we decided to expand our tools to have a little more nuance in balancing these champions. So I'm curious if this is also going to appear, if they're introducing a new system at the bare level, is this also going to appear in the rotating game mode? My money is it probably will. So let's see. So below are specific champion balance changes that will be shipping in patch 12.22. We're doing these changes separately so we can get a read on what they do to ARAM balance and follow up as needed. So that's smart. They're putting the balance changes first before the map changes, so they actually have time to somewhat balance it. But like I said, I don't think they should be going too crazy on balancing ARAM. But anyway, in the future, you may see new levers crop up as we require more specific solutions, but now we're focusing on three main areas. Resource regen, targeted at energy use champions. The management of energy is intended to be for quick engages and escapes, but in ARAM, the fight never stops. That's very true. In order to make these characters' patterns a little more accessible and friendly to team fighting, we're adding the following. The following champions, which are probably all energy-based, are getting 20% bonus energy regen on ARAM. Akali, Kennen, Lee Sin, and Zed. Okay, cool. Tenacity. ARAM is a bad time if you die to a single CC spell, aka a Blitz hook or a Thresh hook or any sort of fucking hook, let's be real. So, we'll be giving some of our squishier melee characters bonus tenacity. That's really good. The following champions will get 20% bonus tenacity on ARAM. Akali, I don't agree with that. Echo, fuck him. Elise, fuck her. Evelyn, I can agree with that one. Fizz, absolutely not. Kassadin, absolutely not. Katarina, absolutely not. Kayn, I kind of agree. Kha'Zix, absolutely not. LeBlanc, hell the fuck no. Pyke, absolutely not. Kiana, absolutely not. Rek'Sai, sure. Rengar, maybe. Talon, sure. Zed, absolutely fucking not. Most of these people have fucking dashes or mobility in general. Why the fuck are you giving them tenacity? Give it to fucking tanks, you fuckers. Anyway, ability haste. Only one entry this time for our favorite arrow spamming Freljordian Ashe. Her ability to build Imperial Mandate and simply spam volley to slow a whole team has meant that she hasn't reacted much when we nerf her damage. Yeah, because it's based on the item. It's not based on her damage. We're nerfing her ability haste specifically to reduce how often she can cast her team-wide slow and mark spell. Yeah, that really is all it is. Ashe will receive minus 20 ability haste in Aram. So build fucking AD, you fuckers. So, this is just the first round of balance adjustments. A quick note, since these are brand new balance levers, we expect a little turbulence. But in the future, we'll be analyzing these effects the changes have on the champions, so they're going to watch it, basically. Our goal is to have champions more balanced long-term so players can experience each champion's unique fantasy. So, you know what I hear? They're making it slightly less fun as time goes on. That's always what happens. But anyway. Howling Abyss map updates. Hex gates, but with ice. So they're ice skates. I actually really like this. This is actually really cool. It gets you into the action quicker. And Aram, it's supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be all action. This is actually really nice. A lot of the fun of Aram happens when you're grouped together with your team facing down your opponents. This is true. Slowly poking them down, prepping your wumbo combos, and engaging in messy 5v5s. In order to increase the amount of time players spend actually fighting and having fun, we're adding Hex Gates. Cool. Hex Gates will be present from the beginning of the game and will teleport you directly from your nexus to the outer tower. Once your first tower is destroyed, the Hex Gate will link to your team's inhibitor, or the inhib tower, where it will then stay for the rest of the game, setting your team up for some fun flanking plays or crazy backdoors. And yes, you can use your enemy's Hex Gate. That's actually pretty cool. Falling towers. Wait, what? What the fuck? If you ever peeked into the depths of the Howling Abyss, you may have noticed the occasional chunk of bridge falling off because of all the rowdy visitors. Well, the bridge isn't getting any younger or sturdier, and the towers are beginning to show their age. With this update, whenever towers are destroyed, they will collapse and leave behind a pile of rubble, which will be treated as new terrain. Our goal with falling towers is to create more interesting situations on the map that break away from the usual straight line of Aram. Now you'll have new choke points to think about and terrain you can experiment with to create new plays. So this is really good for characters like Kiana, like Vayne. This is actually crazy. Wow. You know what I can imagine too? I imagine the League community making a meme where it's like a tower and then it's the guy sitting down and then it's the tower fallen and the guy's eyes are like red and they're like happy as shit. It's like the guy's on the couch. Let's see this shit. What a shitty ass fucking animation. What the hell? They don't even show it falling. They just showed already like fell. What the hell? Okay, whatever. Brushing up. The caretakers of Howling Abyss have picked up gardening recently. Despite the difficulties of raising plants in the tundra, they have one brand new bush. That's actually really fucking good. They managed to grow the pixel brush between the towers a little bit. This is not a canon brush backstory. Wow. The bush will be on the bottom side of the bridge and just big enough to fit a team of 5. Now you can do all things that brushes let you do, but on the other side of the bridge. I actually think this is really cool. So you can actually have an entire team on the top brush and then an entire team on the bottom brush and they won't even know. Like, they can assume. Having, like, unknown factors in a game is, like, really fucking fun. If there's too many, it's oppressive, but that's actually really good. Okay, so quality of life updates. We're adding a few small quality of life updates to the Aram champion selection process. Oh, really? Holy shit. Moving forward, you'll be able to see who on your team purchased a battle boost. Okay, that's not really... I mean, I guess that is quality of life, but I didn't think we cared. But now we can know who spent money and was an idiot. We'll also be creating some parameters around battle boost to avoid last-second boosts so that all players are able to play with the skin of their preference. On behalf of Aram players everywhere, we appreciate the battle boost, but sometimes we just have our heart set on using a specific skin. Oh. Another helpful update we're introducing in Champ Select is the ability to see which champions will grant you a Hextech chest. Oh, thank fucking God. Thank God. This is super quality of life. I like this change. Now you'll have another reason to give certain champs a try because we're desperately needing frontline. Ha! Okay, so special Aram clash. What the fuck? No way. What? As a special thank you to Aram players everywhere, we're going to be hosting our last Clash of the Year on Howling Abyss. This clash will be free to enter and feature an 8-team bracket where each team gets to play 3 matches. Each player will receive 2 rerolls per game, so make sure you use them all. Registration for this special for fun clash will begin on December 5th, and the tournament days will be on December 10th and 11th. Dude, what? Does that mean there's no actual good rewards? Is it just for fun? That's so dumb. Players that participate will receive a limited time exclusive Aram Clash icon. Oh, I might do this. Holy fucking shit. Okay, honestly, they changed a lot more than I thought. I thought it was just going to be the little fucking hex gate that you saw here, but they actually did a lot more. These stupid, like, lever changes that they're doing with the balance, no one fucking gives a fucking shit. This is just making it unfun. Except the Omnivamp. That one was kind of needed. But everything else, you know, this shit, I mean, this shit's kind of stupid too. But everything else, like the hex gates are good, the bush is amazing, the falling towers is kind of crazy. Yo, man, Aram, mwah, the players are sort of eating now. I never expected them to give love like they did here. It was actually crazy. But I'm pretty excited. This looks pretty cool, actually. Aram is getting slightly less fun balance-wise, slightly more fun just gameplay-wise, I guess. I don't know. By the way, I like it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I stream every day at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel. Come over there and watch me. I need viewers. I want to quit my fucking job already. But who knows if that'll happen. By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed.